Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. Sorry, first off, took like a day or two off, but I'm pretty sure I did that with the previous series anyway. Let's reset this frame rate. Don't. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know why. Don't know why that happens, but oh well. Nevertheless, it might be because of my resolutions, but I'm pretty sure it's standard resolution though. Either way. Night Elf versus Undead matchup. In the top right we have Moon, the red Night Elf player, spawning in, and Ancient of War being placed down at this Ogre Magi camp. His opponent is going to be Lucifer, the blue Undead player in the bottom right, and looking at his build order, it looks like we are missing the Altar of Darkness. There we go. Altar of Darkness has been placed down. Seems to be a little delayed, but yeah, try not to get a little too far into that because I usually make a fool of myself. Anyway, heroes, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be the standard Demon Hunter, but there is the possibility of Wardens for Twisted Meadows, which is the current map, by the way. It is going to be a Demon Hunter. I would imagine actually, it's considering it's Lucifer, since I don't know if you guys watched the previous series, but seeing as it's Lucifer, like, his past, I guess, 2 out of 3 games has been kind of wacky, so I wouldn't be surprised to see just the uncommon things being pulled out of his sleeve. Either way, the ghoul is going to be sent to try and scout out his opponent's base, and it looks like the same thing for Moon. This ghoul did not even check the bottom left location. I wonder how crippling it would have been to his knowledge if he actually missed his opponent's base over here, but thankfully Moon is in the top right, and I think Lucifer might be able to just deduct where his opponent will be, assuming that Wisp came from the top. It is going to be a Death Knight, so it looks like pretty standard play coming in from Lucifer. Moon, surprisingly enough, is going for the immolation on the Demon Hunter, so Demon Hunter immolation versus mass ghouls is generally effective in, I guess, any kind of situation when they're fighting, really. Surrounded, just normal fights. Immolation does a lot of damage to ghouls. Even if it's only like 2 or 3, that's plenty. The problem, I think, is that the Demon Hunter has mana problems because of immolation, but I mean, that is an ideal item if he's gonna go for that immolation Demon Hunter. Pin of Energy will increase his mana capacity by 150, and we are gonna have a lot of ghouls being sent to Moon's main base. I believe the Death Knight is also following. Yes, we do have the Death Knight following with that level 1 Unholy Aura. Okay, the Moon Walls will be the target for Lucifer, but the Demon Hunter is trying his best alongside with those archers to try and make this a little more difficult for Lucifer to actually deal with. The Wisps are being pulled to try and repair these buildings, I guess, but I guess they're just scattering around, harvesting lumber somewhere else. The ghouls are, or at least some of the ghouls, are being distracted by it. What are we gonna see? We have Backpack actually being researched, so those ghouls will be able to transfer items to the Death Knight himself. We have Ancient of War just pumping out archers, Wisps just harvesting lumber from just every which way of the map. And the Demon Hunter, I would assume, yeah, he is kind of low on mana. I wouldn't expect him to actually use more immolations, at least for now. Wisp is being chased very far back. Detonation right there, and the ghoul will actually lose his life probably. I'm assuming the trappers should be ensnaring him by now. Oh wow, ghoul actually managed to live off. Either way, Lucifer actually maintaining his attack right now. Moon, I would assume, yep, there we go, there's those archers that I was expecting. I wonder what the ghoul actually transferred to the Death Knight. We do have Boots of Speed on Death Knight. He does have looks like a new set of Rod Necromancy, and I'm assuming he had that dust forever. Tree of Ages is halfway completed. Hunter's Hall is being placed down as well, so we are most likely going for the double Ancient of Valors for Moon. But the question is, what is Lucifer gonna go? What did he sell? Oh, he sold Boots of Speed. I see. In order to prevent his opponent from actually picking up his own set of boots, the DK actually sold his boots and purchased a new set. I guess it's not worth, because the item doesn't get fully refunded. There we go again. The Demon Hunter will have a very hard time just catching up with that Death Knight. The problem with this, doing it twice especially, is that you don't get a full refund from selling that, so yeah. Maybe the bunch of gold saved up would have probably been better used elsewhere, but we have a lot of ghouls. Wow. So I'm guessing he spent majority of his gold on these ghouls actually. Ghouls actually cost only gold. I believe Archer's the only tier 1 unit that costs lumber. There we go with a possible surround, but the Demon Hunter, if he is especially next to a Moonwell, surrounds is not going to be actually is not actually going to be that effective, because number one, Immolation will actually keep burning on because of the mana, and of course the health just will be restored. There we go with the Immolation once again, briefly turned on and then turned off, as no ghouls are actually wanting to swarm around that Demon Hunter, and in fact the graveyard is going to be placed down for Lucifer. He is transitioning into Crypt Fiends, and most likely a very quick tier 3 alongside a Lich to follow it up. Ancient Protector is constructed at the back, but he will move himself to the front, hopefully get in range of these ghouls. The ghouls are making quick work of this Moonwell. Moonwell will be fully consumed by the Demon Hunter before it gets destroyed, basically utilizing, or at least maximizing, the loss of that Moonwell. And we might have a possible surround right over there, and I would assume Immolation will be used, and it will, number one, deal a lot of damage, but at the same time possibly just, well, I don't know. Demon Hunter is taking a lot of damage himself, and the main problem about using Immolation is that the Moonwells I don't think they have a 1-to-1 ratio with restoring mana, so Moon is trying to do his best to minimize the amount of energy used by just getting rid of his intelligence and health items, I guess. And we are transitioning into mass gargoyles for Lucifer instead, so that is generally the reasoning behind the graveyard. I guess it was a possible choice as well. I just did not expect gargoyles so soon. I would have expected Crypt Fiends. Maybe if I saw the second Crypt, I would have definitely seen the gargoyle possibility right there. Oh, there we go with another surround once again, and the Immolation will be turned on. Demon Hunter will take a lot of damage. I'm not sure if his TB staff is already used, or oh, there we go. Death Knight channeling his inner Archmage, killing off a low hit point ghoul. Yikes, that was close. Almost giving that item free to Lucifer. We have the first Dryad out for Moon as well. Apparently he placed down an Ancient of Lore far away. Yeah, very far away. Abolish Magic is on its way as well. There we go, TP staff, and the gargoyles have been seen. Gargoyles, I guess they're a mixed package, I guess. You could say Dryads do very well against those gargoyles, but at the same time, if massed to the correct number, gargoyles can do the same. I guess that's general terms with everything though. So Dryads will do very nicely against those gargoyles, especially since I guess the Dryads just more durable, are they? They should be. I would consider the fact that Moon is pumping out of 2 Ancient of Lores, but at the same time, so is Lucifer. Do we have upgrades on the way? I don't think so. Lucifer is actually surplus on lumber instead of gold. We have this rock golem camp taken out, and the item is going to be +6 strength for the demon hunter, and the goblin shredder will be hired up from the laboratory. Tier 3 has completed for Moon, and he will probably transition into bears, I would assume. I'm guessing that's the reasoning behind that. There we go, adept training has begun. We do have a mixture of ghouls, gargoyles, and obsidian statues out for Lucifer. We are not at tier 3 just quite yet. We haven't even started. Sacrificial pit has been placed down. I'm guessing that's what this extra acolyte is for. Surprising enough, though, is that the altar of darkness has been replaced. Huh. No wonder I couldn't see a lich anywhere. It's because he couldn't make one. Anyway, looking at the heroes for both players, we have a level 3 Death Knight and a level 4 Demon Hunter. So far the Demon Hunter looks pretty good. However, the armor composition, it's going to be ghouls, gargoyles, statues versus dryads, I guess some archers, and bears. There we go with the 1 mana stealing from that Death Knight. Immolation will be, I guess, not as effective because he just has less mana to begin with, at least as he fights on, I guess. Here comes the dryads and archers. Not the best positions to actually attack from. Goblin Shredder is actually going to join the fight. We are going to have these gargoyles focus firing these dryads, and oh, there we go with mana burn as well. Yeah, like I said before, in the right numbers, gargoyles can actually do very nicely against those dryads, especially since they don't actually clump up together like dryads. They have, I guess, a mutilous sense of unit collision. Shade is on its way. He's probably just going to check around. Black Citadel is also in progress. We don't have a second hero quite yet for Lucifer, but he is doing well for himself, considering that he actually took out quite a few dryads before. 37 versus 46, so Lucifer is obviously in the lead. And he will eventually catch up, because his tier 3 is on its way. When he gets tier 3, he will have his second hero out, most likely. He is saving up supply for, I am assuming that it's going to be a Lich. It could be a Dark Ranger second, however, just to stop that immolation for a minor surround. But there we go with another surround once again, and the Demon Hunter will TP out of there. He will take a lot of damage in the process, however, so yeah. Kind of a unfortunate thing to see, getting surrounded once again. What was I thinking? I was wondering if stone form will actually be a thing for Lucifer. I'm not sure if it's necessary, but I think it might be necessary now, especially since I was actually going to get to this point where the panda is generally #1 countered by gargoyles when they have stone form. Breath of Fire right there. Stone form for those gargoyles basically just makes them land on the ground and gain additional resistance but can't attack. They also remove all debuffs and negative effects, which includes Drunken Haze, which is generally an ideal way of getting rid of Drunken Haze. Okay, Demon Hunter is at level 5. He almost got surrounded again. Probably, if that actually happened, he would have been forced to use that TB scroll. I would assume Expand will be on Moon's mind right now, because his army, I can't imagine it standing toe-to-toe with Lucifer's right now. But if that panda gets stronger, might be able to change things around. Not the most effective Breath of Fires as we've seen before. The Ancient of Lore is still trying to do some damage. The Shade has been actually attached to this Night Elf army, so that's generally why Lucifer actually caught this out. There we go with the Breath of Fire right there, but the panda is still level 1. We don't have a Staff of Preservation available for the panda. I believe it was used on that Dryad before, and the panda will be taken out level 1. Level 5 on the DK as well. So will the Demon Hunter be more effective than Lucifer's DK? I think not. Devotion Aura is also on that Death Knight, so the gargoyles who are unarmored will actually be provided with 1 more armor. And apparently the gargoyles are 1-0. Meanwhile the Dryad's 0-0. I guess some people might think that Hippogriffs might be a good transition, but I honestly think that there's just simply too many gargoyles, or at least the rate of production is just too fast for the Hippogriffs, I guess. So TP once again from the Demon Hunter. The Panda has been revived, the Shade is still a problem, and Lucifer is still just staying ahead. Nagasiwich as his second hero, so he's really wanting to go for an aggressive kill. He did get a successful kill with the Panda before, but I'm assuming it's just going to be a little harder now since that Moon is aware of just how much these guys will actually do. Invulnerability Potion will be used right now for the Nagasiwich. Nice job from Moon actually targeting that Nagasiwich. Gargoyles and I guess a ghoul has been taken out, so that was actually a favorable exchange for Moon. We're gonna have another Acolyte queued up. I'm assuming it is gonna be another Shade. 38 to 56. Moon is actually in the lead, and he is... oh, he expanded over here. Did not realize. So he expanded on the topish area of the map. So he does have an economic lead compared to his opponent. Scourge Bone Chimes will be the item for from this Rock Golem camp. That will be 15% lifesteal for the melee units, which I guess includes only the Death Knight, and I guess those gargoyles if they actually begin anti-air. Oh, are we gonna have a Goblin Sapper play? It would be pretty funny if I actually had that. Oh, Goblin Zippin actually has been picked up. Man, wouldn't it be funny if the Goblin Sapper was picked up instead? Ooh, is Lucifer actually gonna tackle the Red Dragon? I wonder. That might actually be the reason behind this one Acolyte. Nope, he was indeed a Shade. So, possibility of an island expansion coming in from Lucifer. These gargoyles will deal a lot of damage, plus they also heal a lot from not only Stone Form, but as well as that Scourge Bone Chime. Ooh, Nagasiwich almost killed, but will be able to live on instead. We are going to have this Demon Hunter being spotted by the Shade. I have no idea what these ghouls are doing. But, oh well, Lich popping out as the third hero for Lucifer right now. They would go with the TP staff from the Demon Hunter, and yeah. So Moon has spotted a third hero from Lucifer. Plus he saw, I guess, loyalty is not the strong point for Lucifer's army right now because those ghouls just went crazy with that Tomb of Relics. I would have expected an island expand coming in from Lucifer, and my expectation was met. There we go. Island expansion. Moon pretty much mined about how much? I don't... 1/5? Yeah, that seems like accurate enough. 1/5 of that gold mine, and we are starting to add bears into this army mix. We have 1-2 bears and 1-2 dryads. Sobi Mask has been dropped by this Rock Golem camp, and the Panda will enjoy himself additional mana regen. Like I was saying, he will enjoy himself 50% increased mana regen. There we go. He also has an Orb of Darkness, as well as a greater mana potion. Meanwhile, DK, he did sell his Lionhorn of the Stormwind. So no Devotion Aura for anyone. And Tree of Eternity is, I guess, a little pissed off. We did have a Talisman of Wild picked up by the Death Knight, but I'm guessing it was sold off. instead. We did have an attempt to expand, Fork Lightning, a little excessive, but at least it picked up the kill. I'm pretty sure Lucifer spotted this. I don't know why he's not just going after it. Did Lucifer spot it? He did spot it though. He could just take it down. That would be decreased productivity for Moon. Oh, here comes the Demon Hunter. He is not as close to level 6, but neither is the Death Knight apparently. We did have a, I guess, tri-hero nuke combo on the Demon Hunter, but it just didn't do that much. Well, it did do that much, but it didn't kill him. So yeah, there we go. Taking out the Druid of Lore. Took a while, but not Druid of Lore. What am I thinking? Ancient of Lore. Panda is very close to level 5. Will become a very strong hero for the fights to come ahead. Level 5, there we go, and the item is going to be Staff of Silence. I would imagine that is an ideal item against this type of undead hero composition. We do have a lesser dark minions as well, so that... No, that's not it. I thought it was Dark Ranger, but I forgot about the Orb of Darkness. So yeah. Oh, apparently this island expansion could possibly be the next target for Lucifer. Red Dragon is still being heavily damaged by those gargoyles that do massive amount of damage to the Red Drake. Wand of Lightning Shield and the Spike Collar has been picked up. So Spike Collar summons Fell Stalkers, which look like Zerglings, but I guess they're not really Zerglings. I think they have Mana Burn. So the Demon Hunter made a visit to this bottom right expansion and has forced, I guess, at least one Acolyte to commit suicide and become a Shade. Spirit Tower and Nerean Tower has been finished, so the Demon Hunter will eventually have to back off, I guess. Evasion is actually helping him quite significantly. He might even be able to take down this Nerean Tower. Oh, Moon. Wow, Moon. He has actually expanded in the top right. Right where the Demon Hunter, or right where the Undead Army was just recently at. And we're also expanding to this left location as well. Moon is just expanding everywhere, and he hopefully wants to outlast his opponent. Lucifer is aware of this, as we do see the the main base has its gold mine depleted. There we go with the Fell Stalker. It does chaos damage, which is quite significant, and it has heavy armor, plus I believe it mana burns. Okay, oops. Yeah, that's I guess generally why the Fell Stalker was not that great, because Abolish Magic is just a summon unit's a nightmare. We do have a Boneyard, so Frostworms are also on its way. 62 versus 69. I'm just saying, if Moon has multiple bases at this point, he can afford to go high upkeep. He's even expanding in the bottom left. He is just expanding everywhere. He must have had a lot of resources for this. He is sitting on about 600 gold and 1800 lumber. I don't think he's harvesting that much lumber right now. Ancient of Winds are being placed down as well, and we do have a couple of meat wagons for Lucifer as in addition to those Frostworms. Destroyer form is also on its way. I would imagine that is because of those bears. TP staff will be used to get out of there. TP scroll and will be coming in at the bottom right. And oh wow, when did this happen? I have no idea, but TP scroll will be used from the Demon Hunter now, and one bear will be taken out, but that is pretty much going to be it. I guess you could say Moon is doing a smart move right here, because this is Lucifer's only mining base. If Moon exchanges, I guess, town portals and maybe a couple of bears, just halt this mining, that's fine. What would be even more, I guess, desirable to see or watch is that Moon does a multi-pronged attack and attacks both bases, forcing Lucifer to choose either to split up or go one by one. But this is a replay, so I'm assuming this didn't happen. Lucifer is a little stuck in this base. He doesn't really have any transportation to get out of there. Speaking of which, he actually got himself transportation. Huh. An attack coming in from Moon. I'm guessing he has a TP scroll if he's not willing to get there through the Zeppelin. I don't know, if these Dryads, they don't do that much damage, but it's still damage nonetheless. Breath of Fire also did a little bit of damage. Frost Storm, does not want to tackle that Demon Hunter one-on-one. These heroes have been at level 5 for a very long time. They're nowhere near level 6. I would like to see a level 6 hero sometime soon. Either the Death Knight's Raised Dead, which I would assume is just going to be given to the level 3 Unholy Aura. I want to see Storm, Earth, and Fire. I want to see Metamorphosis. Not necessarily Death and Decay per se, or Tornadoes. Here comes the Moon with the drop. Zeppelin will be destroyed. Nope. Preservation Staff will be used instead, and the Demon Hunter, whoa, very close to being taken out. Cutting it close right there. Just, I guess, one more attack, and he would have been killed off. TP Staff from the Panda coming in. Great use of mobility right now for Moon. This gold mine has been completed. This gold mine is being mined off, and we are going into Chimeras. Ooh, not one, not two, but 5 Chimera Roosts. That is a lot of Chimeras. We also triple Ancient of Winds and triple Hippogriffs right now. I would assume we are close to high upkeep. Yeah, we're about 80. 80 over 100. He is waiting for something, I guess. I don't think he can mine off all these spaces, because that would be a lot of supply being used only by wisps. Yeah, about 20 supply being used solely on wisps. The Spirit Tower will be destroyed. However, the Black Citadel still can attack, so that might be a little bit of a problem. Gargoyles will deal with these Dryads. However, I think right now Moon might just be killing these guys off. There we go with another attack from the Demon Hunter and a couple of bears as well. But the Zeppelin, I would imagine, will be destroyed. No, there we go with another preservation once again. And the Demon Hunter, his only way of escape is pretty much that TP scroll. I think he just wants to waste Lucifer's time right now as he combats this threat. Lucifer is actually being attacked once again by the Panda. So yeah, just making it really annoying for Lucifer. Gargoyles still very mobile, but they can't tackle that Panda, especially at level 5. Cold Arrows actually lasting a very long time, or at least I think that's Cold Arrows. Nope. Apparently it wasn't. Apparently it was the Black Citadel instead. 62 versus 99. We are only producing off 4 Chimera Roosts, but we do have the Corrosive Breath, which I don't exactly know what this does. It might just do additional damage to buildings. It's nothing unique like the Frost Worms, which just encases the building in ice and prevents function, but oh well. We have Chimeras on its way. We do have this being revealed, however, but I think it might be a little too late, because Lucifer is only at 61 food and Moon is on his way to being supply capped. More hippogriffs are being queued up. There we go with the Chimeras. They are 3/3, which is, I guess you could say, signature? Not signature. Just typical Moon play. Once it becomes late game, he will get his full upgrades. And yeah, man, just Chimeras. These things are awesome. Lucifer is going to attack one of the bases of Moon, but he has 4 others. Yeah, he has 4 others. Apparently it was 25 food instead of 20. My mistake. TP scroll coming in. Wow, if you use the TP scroll now, then Moon is very much aware that he could win this fight. And Lucifer is, at the same time, is aware that he could lose this fight. So he does not want to engage directly. These ghouls trying to go for, I guess, multiple attacks, but they will be taken care of. Here comes another attack from Lucifer at the same base. Once again, I don't think Moon has a TP scroll available, so yeah, he does not. So this base will indeed fall. Oh, mass detonations coming in. Not doing that much, but there we go. Base has fallen, and Moon will actually attack his opponent's main base, which is really bare bones right now. Most of the infrastructure has either been unsummoned or destroyed. We don't have the Altar of Darkness, we don't have the Tomb of Relics, we just have mainly just production buildings. And I think Moon, yeah, he should be base racing this, because there is no way that his opponent can win this base race. There we go, Roar is being utilized, giving plus 17 damage to those chimeras. And this looks pretty much about it. Lucifer, even though he did get another base down, Moon, I wonder how much money he has in the bank. He has 1,000, 2,200. So yeah, I don't think Moon will be losing anytime soon. I think this game is a done deal. The panda has been preserved, I think. Has he been preserved? No, it's just another bear. Huh. I wonder why. Don't know. But here comes the chimeras. Spirit Tower is on its way, but it's not effective against chimeras, especially 3/3 chimeras, but it looks like Moon does not want to tackle that just quite yet because of the TV scroll. Huh, I didn't think Lucifer had another one, but he might have actually picked it up from the merchant instead. Goblin Zippin, is there another Goblin Zippin for Lucifer? I don't think so, but at the same time I don't think he has anywhere else to go. I mean, this base is pretty much destroyed. What would be so cute if Moon just contained his opponent and just expanded everywhere else. Maybe make a country for himself while Lucifer is still holed up in his little corner. But that won't happen. Zeppelin is just being loaded up, and Moon, I'm assuming, wants to go and just destroy his opponent right now. 3 Zeppelins. There we go with the Roar. He wants to be prepared, and oh, this might be mind games, because Moon right now is loaded up in his damaged Zeppelin. I wonder if Lucifer is aware of this mind games, but either way, there we go. Hippogriffs are going at it against those gargoyles and frostworms. There we go, Scroll of Healing being utilized by both players. I really can't see what's happening, but there we go, the Metamorphosis on the Demon Hunter. Someone has died. Nagasi, which has died at level 4. We are going to have a Death Coil trying to kill a couple of these Hippogriffs, but why would you go after the Hippogriffs when you have these Chimeras to deal with? Either way, Storm, Earth, and Fire is also being used by the Panda. GG coming in from Lucifer, and we have the first game going to Moon. Yep, I do apologize for I guess just repeating a lot of words. I realized this when I was commentating throughout this replay, so I do apologize, but oh well, it's difficult. It's 33 minutes. I'll see you guys then. See you at game 2 tomorrow.